Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Soulight Hypnotherapy. My name is Kirsten, and I have another Trump-related reading for you guys. I had tried to post this live, but I just can't deal with the buffering right now. There's been a lot of pushback in me to deliver this reading, and I don't know why. I don't see anything especially incriminating in this reading. I just know that it's been something, this Mueller testimony reading has been something that I've been sitting on for 2 weeks. I had a beautiful reading that I was interpreting, sorting out, and it was flowing, but I kept getting stuck at the same spot. Finally, I quit and I chucked it, and this is a new spread. I spread a couple of days ago, and I'm going to finish it, put it up for you guys now. Muller's supposed to speak on the Hill on Wednesday, on the Wednesday the 24th. Today's the 22nd, Monday. So let's just get into the reading, okay? Please like my video. Please push the like button. Please help me to get to 500 likes before the first 24 hours to trigger algorithms so that my videos can get more visibility. Please help me grow the channel in that way by hitting the like button, and promote my channel by sharing my videos with your friends. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Encourage them to subscribe. Share my channel with your Facebook friends. And if you'd like to contribute to the channel, please go to my homepage. There's a donate button on the homepage, or you can become a Patreon subscriber and be a monthly contributor. And I really appreciate all of you who have kept the channel alive and going. And y'all know what's going on, that I'm not getting a lot of visibility, and so I'd like to keep sharing these messages with you, but I do, I need to have it be worth my time as well. So thank you for your support. So let's get started with the reading. It may be kind of a messy reading because I have a lot of clarifiers. Today I'm using my 12 Chairs Tarot. I'm using Sibilla and Divina. I'm using the Love Mafia, a deck of cards created by a tarot reader here on YouTube. Her channel is called K Pisces, and her cards are called Love Mafia, K Pisces, Love Mafia. And you can look up her channel on YouTube, and she does great love readings, and she's psychic, which is what I wish I could be. And her cards are really great. I purchased them over 2 years ago, but in the beginning, as I was learning tarot, I was reading tarot, and I didn't really know how to work with these cards. Now I feel like I'm more seasoned, and they really work great with this reading as clarifiers, so I'm adding them in. But they're all over the place. So I did write notes, and so I know who they apply to, but in order to give you visibility of the reading, I may not show them. I may not pull them up, okay? I'll just tell you that they're there. All right. We'll get through this the best we can, as smoothly as possible. Alright, so this first row represents Muller. Actually, these two cards represent Muller. Card in the center top is the theme of the reading, what was on the bottom of the deck. The row next to Muller's here represents the Republicans. The row next to that represents Trump. Alright, and the row next to Muller on this side represents the Democrats, and the row next to that represents the collective and our energy. Okay, so let's start with the Seven of Pentacles. And I'm not going to go into too much of my symbolism like I normally do. I want to try to shorten the video if I can. Seven of Pentacles here in this particular deck. You have a piece of paper that's being read. I think this is the evidence. This is the report. It's being read to us. This could also represent a contract, because we have contract here that came out as a clarifier. Someone who is agreeing to communicate with us. They are speaking. The contract represents the Ace of Swords. They're speaking to us, and they're speaking to us the truth and the evidence and the proof, and it's all there. It's all waiting, and we're waiting for all of this to unfold. The Seven of Pentacles is waiting energy. There's been delay, and there's been meddling and interference here with the Trap card, which also clarifies Seven of Pentacles. Seems to be that there was interference and meddling in the past, and there is interference and meddling now. This is in regards to what's in the report about Russian meddling and hacking, and there are high crimes and misdemeanors called out. And the culprit is a con. The culprit is a trickster, a predator, a thief, a fraud. This is Trump, Putin, Cohen, Flynn, or maybe it's even Epstein. There's a predator energy here. And you know that when I read in layers, and so different scenarios are being called out besides the one that we came into this reading with. These are just different things this energy could be affecting, different people this energy could be affecting right now. It's someone who should be behind bars, right? I'm also using the Psi deck. They're called Psi cards. I don't have the deck in front of me. They're called Psi cards, and they don't have any meanings. You just use your intuition to guide you. Both cards represent traps and crimes and punishment. Someone should be behind bars for their cons, for their crimes, and someone is behind bars for their cons and their crimes. And remember when I said Giuliani and Trump were taking bids from other countries to hack our elections? Well, that's happening right now in these cards. With these Russians, but also with another nation, or several nations, but especially I see Chinese. And that's an extra prediction here. It's going to be made clear and evident for all to see. Yet, still we are fucked and meddled with by this con, which could be Trump, Putin, or any hackers, or someone who's in jail and found guilty already, could fuck or meddle with the con. Shared energy. Okay. There's testimony that is read or submitted from or for someone, maybe someone who's already in jail, or about someone who should be in jail, who is or should pay the price for their crimes. And this will show proof of this con, their predatorial tactics, games carried out, crimes, and some sort of documented proof or recordings of that will show proof of those crimes committed. And it's all in the report. It's all in the report. So let's go to Mueller. Mueller is depicted by the Two of Pentacles, clarified by the Man of the Law reverse, also by the Capo and Shakedown. Capo and Shakedown. So, here we have Mueller, the Two of Pentacles. He is juggling and trying to please or appease both sides, Republicans and the Democrats. Trying not to appear too political, right? And the tone of questioning from each side is very imbalanced and different in tone or weight. Both sides are trying to off-balance him, but he's able to manage well and remain centered. It says that he remains in control, and he's not particularly saying one thing or saying another thing. He's just ducking and dodging and referring back to the report. The capo says that he is a stand-up guy. That we can trust. But the Republicans say, no, is he? Is he? You know, they're the ones who make it very questionable, or make us question his integrity, or question his motives, or question his side. While Mueller is just trying to remain neutral here. It's all kind of egotistical, too. It's a very stubborn side of him. But Capo says that Mueller stays in control. He's able to maintain his balance, or he's able to maintain his integrity. But there's also someone who's in control around him, who has shook him down, or unbalanced, or is trying to unbalance him. Okay? And that could be Barr, that could be the Republicans, that could be the Russians, that could be Manafort, that could be, I'm just getting the impression of whoever is calling out to me right now. The Shakedown and the Man of the Law also clarify this Two of Pentacles. It says that Mueller didn't finish his job. Justice was not fully carried out. And Mueller and this Man of the Law, Barr, this man who's in charge of him or who's around him, he's yoked to him, right? And has authority and power over him to control him against his will and to restrict his freedoms. So that's something that may come up or be expressed, or that in some way Mueller dances around that question. He answers it, but it could be interpreted some other way, I guess. If you wanted to, you could interpret it some other way, and it will be interpreted other ways by the Republicans, and interpreted as truth, as affirmation by the Democrats. There's a star here. Things will be brought to light with this Shakedown card. Things will come into light. The truth comes out that there is some major deceit, some injustice, some cover-up regarding Barr, or we'll know where Mueller stands based on his weight and tone of his words, because that's what's going to have to be read. The weight and the tone of his words are what are going to have to be read. I'm glad that I decided to do this, to film this, because I think that I would have missed these nuances if I felt the pressure of being live and also having to deal with distractions on the screen or buffering. So I'm glad that I did it like this, and even if some stuff seems redundant because I didn't get it up fast enough, that's fine. I'm good. And remember, guys, if this reading is, you're listening to this reading and you're liking it, but maybe you just don't have the time to get to put into a really long, drawn-out reading because I go deep, then, speed up the playback. There are settings and you can speed up the playback. Or, just come back later and finish me up later. Just click on me again and finish the second half. All right. There will be things will come to light. Shakedown says there's some truth comes to light, and injustice, deceit, and cover up comes to light, and I think that's what is asked about. and that the Democrats want clarified. That clarification is said in so many ways, but not directly. There's indirection or just a refusal to completely say it. And there may be a reason for that. There may be some control that prevents him from saying that. I don't know. I'm lingering. Let me push past this. This is always where I get stuck, because this is where I start questioning Mueller myself. Right? And I want to stop reading. I think that I clarified this man of the law again because the man of the law is Mueller. But it's also Barr. But it's someone who's corrupt. So I had to clarify this again because this is in Mueller's line. Right? And I got the wheel card from Psy Cards. And it didn't really help much. It just brings me back into reference to this temperance card that's here in the collective. The collective is the temperance reversed. And it brings me back to this clock, the time, the wheel, the time, the clock is ticking. So, a lot of attention being paid to the clock. Only so much time to get the message out, to clarify. And some event happens or is well timed that goes in favor for the Democrats. Something is released or well timed in their questioning or in that comes out. It's well timed. The time is favorable. I'm just getting this energy or this message to the Democrats. The time is favorable. It's well timed. It's this time for the truth to come out. That could be some higher guidance for them. And the Republicans, are watching the clock and running it out and talking over him and, bouncing around issues in a way to deceive the clock, to run out the clock. Costa Nostra, here, I think I wanted to clarify this wheel because, again, I was kind of like, what? Other than timing, what else did that mean? Costa Nostra was another clarifier that I got that talks about the family or the party is happy about all this. There's joy and happiness. So a group or a party of people are happy about something that comes to light. A group or a party of people are happy about their dance around and running down the clock. Where am I at now? I feel this trip to the country is telling me that in terms of Mueller and his testimony, he answers questions, like I said, with that dodginess of this Two of Pentacles, and way too delicately for my taste. Alright? He's still trying to dance around and be neutral in his speech or his delivery. And the devil is in his details, in his very detailed report. Did you read it? He refers back to that a lot. It's kind of like nasty. It rubs me the wrong way. It's a little egotistical. Did you read the report? Okay, Mueller. That's what you're here to do, so just you fucking read it. And answer the question. I do think the Democrats are able to make clear to the public that some high crimes and misdemeanors or high crimes were committed by this president through having Mueller reference his ever detailed report through skilled questioning. There is some light shown on why there was no subpoena or why there was no interview. To Trump or to his family. And I feel both sides celebrate the answer. Democrats because they feel that they got confirmation, and Republicans because there was still enough to interpret their way. Okay? And then I see this. You guys can't see her here. Let me pull her out. She's hidden. She's hidden. She's hiding in the dark. This blonde woman over here on the Democrat side, she's clarifying the star. The blonde woman is clarifying the star. And I clarified that with the angry woman. Okay. Star is also clarified by the spring clean card. Give me a minute. All my cards are about to fall. I'm just trying to stabilize them. Which is another thing that throws me off when I do live readings. Is that I don't feel like I can stabilize my cards. Yeah. Alright. I do think that the Democrats are able to bring some clarity to illuminate us with some confirmation. But this blonde woman here, is this Lindsey Graham? Y'all know this is my Lindsey Graham card. And maybe he's about to put a show on for us, a real performance here with this star. As he looks at the Democrats, or looks at some discovery. It doesn't have to be Lindsay, it could be someone else, but that's just the impression I get when I see this card now. Maybe he's about to put a show on for us. He's on the Democrat side about something. He's over here. He's not over here. Is this some kind of trick, Lindsay? Are you tricking us? Because you know we don't trust you. Because we know you got secrets. And we know you got secrets. And that may be why Lindsay says what he does or does what he does. He's coerced because he's got secrets. And someone's making him an offer that he cannot refuse here with this Knight of Cups. You don't want those pictures to get out now, do you? Because I see someone here, and this blonde woman next to the collectives card is very, very nervous about the way shit's going down. Crazier than a shit house rat. Right, Tyler from Tyler's Tarot? I love that line. I love it. I will use it because I love it. Very, very nervous. I don't know. This blonde woman might be Lindsay. This blonde woman might be someone else. But someone is acting outraged. Maybe she's pretending to be outraged. And that might be what his performance is. Pretending to be outraged and and turning the tables on the Democrats somehow. Maybe that's part of his performance. But I feel he is coerced to make this performance, okay? Because he's got secrets. There's some pictures, some kind of discovery. So, yeah. Temperance reverse, like I said, is someone who's very, very nervous. You can't see over here. I'll pull the card over. Temperance reverse represents the collective. It's next over here to this Democrat line that's clarified by this blonde woman and this angry woman. Can I get a little bit more? I don't have to pick up all the cards. This represents the collective's energy, how we're feeling as this unfolds. We're very, very nervous and we're not coping very well. Okay? It's like if you have a lorazepam, folks, you should take it. Take 2 with a glass of Pinot Grigio mixed with sweet tea. That's my personal concoction. And drink it down and calm the fuck down and relax. Because we are on pins and needles here. We're very, very nervous with this temperance reverse. And like I said, we're crazier than a shithouse rat on high anxiety. Why? I asked. And I got the absence reversed. Just stick this here for a minute. I got absence reverse. Which it tells me that our feelings for Mueller or the situation that's happening in general has changed, and not in a good way. It tells me that we're not happy. We're very, very upset, nervous, and our feelings are hardened in a sense. We feel the situation is not working or cooperating the way we want it to. It's rubbing us the wrong way big time, and it's not a very healing energy, and time is running out. It's very, very frustrating, and the psychological damage there's like a psychological bounce around going on in our heads. I feel our emotions are stirred up from apathy, from feeling numb and powerless, into righteous anger, okay? And that might be part of this performance that Lindsey Graham throws midway. I don't know. He may have his word when he has his when he speaks. It's all designed to make everything topsy-turvy. It's all designed to twist and manipulate and lose trust. It's temperance reversed. That's what I feel. It's all psychological manipulation. Oh boy, man, we are getting the runaround, folks. We is getting the runaround. I mean, you might as well bend us over and Lindsey Graham us already. Chuckle, chuckle. Hint, hint. Okay. So I'm asking the cards, will Mueller at least confirm that if he were not the sitting president, Trump, if he were not the sitting president, will Mueller confirm that he would have indicted or convicted Trump if he could have? And my answer when I asked that question from the Love Mafia cards was nouveau. Nouveau is basically a yes twice. It can represent an ace of wands or ace of cups, and those are both yeses. So it's a strong yes. So he does answer that question. And that might be what throws Lindsay out of whack, or maybe that's what throws us out of whack and makes us righteously angry, right? I think there's some self-righteousness in some attack of Lindsay or Pence or someone. There's self-righteousness in I mean, someone is calling it conspiracy. Someone is calling it that on the Democratic side, and they're very, very right. They're showing righteous anger. Okay, as they lead Mueller through the report, or as they question Mueller, I feel there's a performance here, and I feel it's all designed to stir our anger, stir our emotions, psychologically, to stir the collective. Okay, on both sides are employing these tactics. So we got Trump over here. Sorry, I'm about to... Don't anything else fall, okay? We got Trump over here with this King of Cups. Below him is the Two of Cups, which is hard to see. Alright. Trump's line is the King of Cups and the Two of Cups. Looks like Jared and Ivanka, doesn't it? Could be Trump Jr. I always get these three mixed up with this card. This is also my collusion card, right? Because his feet are dirty and he's definitely mixed in it. But it's reversed, right? So this is Trump's lying. He feels vindicated. He's trying to come across, as this all begins, as this unfolds, as vindicated as the good guy, the King of Cups. He will or may be granting an interview. You can't see it below, and I'm not going to pick it up because I don't want to drop the cards. He may be granting an interview or making his expressions or his emoting his feelings very powerfully, making his feelings known to someone about Mueller, showing his contrariety, displeasure, which is the Sibilla and Divina below here that clarifies the King of Cups. He will be arguing alternative facts and calling it all bogus, a bogus inquiry and corruption against him. And also something that he will say that is from his heart, that he has said, that he has expressed from his heart, from his truth, from his core, something that he has said. I feel that the Republicans will turn their back or try to isolate themselves from those words or those sentiments shared. So I feel like Trump is going to be even more attacking and about the women and his go back comments, and what he said, the cards are saying, is from his heart, it's from his truth, and he meant it. There is no real backtracking. So I feel that he's definitely doubling or tripling or quadrupling down on his words, and for a lot of Republicans, they just don't want to comment or deal with that, yet they still want the benefit of his company. And I say that because their card is clarified by the lick his fat ass card, the flatterer, reversed. And they're going to definitely do the dance that they do to appeal to Trump in their questioning with Mueller. Okay, to stay in his good graces, but yet they don't want to be associated with his racist comments. All right. Where was I? So I feel Trump is also expressing his emotions about this Two of Cups reverse, this collusion, which he says is not connected to him or connected to his family or to his cabinet, and he may be disputing. Now the dog clarifies the King of Cups, and the dog in this deck is not a good dog. The dog in this deck is a dog. He's a guy who cheats, a guy who lies, a guy you can't trust. So that's confirming who this King of Cups really is. Thank you, Love Mafia. All right. So Trump is disputing, however, this collusion. There's no collusion, and he is disputing something, maybe an affair or this hush money payments, something about that, right, that may be read or given as testimony from someone who's already in jail. He's disputing it. He's disputing any Jared Ivanka involvement or his son's involvement. Forget about it, he's saying. The cards that clarify this Two of Cups, 2 came out. I got forget about it and war. So forget about it, Trump is saying. You're barking up the wrong tree. You're wasting time. You didn't do it. I didn't do it. There's no collusion. They're not involved. Their feet are not sticky in my shit. And this is a waste of time. This investigation is a waste of time. But you know what? I'm going to bring the war to them. And this is the dispute that he has now. A war, a battle that he's fighting now. Right? And that's what he's going to be saying when he gives his interview or when he expresses his emotions. What's really in his heart. They don't love us. You know, kind of going back to this go back comment. They don't love us. You don't love us. Then get the out of here. I'll bring the war to them. He's not backing down. So these Republicans have the 9 of Pentacles and the 2 of Swords below them is in their line. Can you see this? 2 of Swords. Nine of Pentacles, 2 of Swords. That this represents the Republicans and their actions or reactions, what they're going to be doing. So even though they may, like I said, they may not agree with Trump, they have contrary displeasure to what he is saying, and they're still licking his ass. But trying to isolate themselves from his statements. They're not taking sides. They're being wishy-washy, dancing around it in different ways, and not siding with him, but also not siding against him. Clarified this 9 of Pentacles with on the Lamb, which is a card that represents withdrawing from the situation and distancing yourself from the situation. It would be the equivalent of the Hermit card if it were in tarot. So they are doing that with this 9 of Pentacles. At the same time enjoying the pleasures of his company and his position. And it tells me that someone is having secrets also. They've got secrets and they're making secret plans to cheat or to leave a situation. That's on the Republican side. Okay? So someone may leave the Republican Party after Mueller's testimony comes out this week. They may choose to leave the Republican Party. There may be more than one. That's a possibility. It's also saying that someone may be secretly backing or working with the Dems, informing them in a way, because the Hermit card can be a private investigator or an investigator. This is someone who has information, greater information, and someone here is doing that, is sharing this information secretly behind the scenes. There's a double cross energy here. There's a double cross energy here between Trump and the Republicans. And a double cross energy here with this capo, this man in charge, and Mueller. All right? Perhaps I could interpret that deeper in deeper ways, but I'm already overwhelmed. This black book, you can't see it, but the Mafia card black book clarifies this Two of Swords. Now the black book is next to this devil card, which is in Muller's line, right? See, the devil's got a book. The black book, the book of shadows, the dark shadow book. And we got a black book from Love Mafia. And I'm interpreting this to mean that the Republicans will try to take a page or pages out of Mueller's book to black it out. There's something, oh, I get it now. I was wondering, I was so nervous about this because the card that clarifies the devil is off the record, which is the equivalent of the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords and the devil card here representing Mueller. I was just like, what the hell, you know? Those aren't good cards. That's definitely a liar and a deceiver. Energy. But I feel like the Republicans take some pages out of Mueller's book and they redact them. Now I get it. They keep them hidden. They force him. There's a hidden hand here. If you can't see, there's someone in the background, a shadow that's controlling the man. Okay, controlling his actions, making him do what he's doing, making him be corrupt. So there is some sort of shadow enforcement here that has restricted Mueller, has influence or power over Mueller. And I'm going to say it's a power that's influencing Mueller and not his power himself. As I take a deep breath and hope that I am objectively, and I'm holding the unobjective card. Hope that I am objectively interpreting that. But I feel like the Republicans take a page out of Mueller's book and they try to twist his words, but there's also reference to redaction and things that Mueller can't speak on. And they may try to constantly ask him questions regarding those things that he can't speak on, which in a sense, in a way, makes it look like he doesn't want to speak on it. But it's like it's enforced entrapment. You know what I'm saying? Very, very tricky. That's some tricky shit. Some devious minds at work here. But Mueller manages well to, I think, still point out the truth or directions to the truth in indirect ways by referencing parts of the report, okay? Okay? In a sense, the Republicans are trying to tell him, you lied in your report. You corrupted the truth. And they literally have the balls to kind of like go there. Someone's kind of going there. Maybe that's old Leon's over here. I don't know. Or that other blonde dude. Some pervert. There's some pervert here doing that. And it's a blonde person, I think. It doesn't have to be a man. It doesn't have to be a woman. So, where am I at? So many cards. It's hard to stay organized. When I clarify the potential of them calling Mueller a liar, of these lies and this corruption, I got the Morte card. You can't see it. I got Morte to clarify this devil. Morte means enough. Death to that. It's death. Enough. So, and it's in Muller's line. It clarifies his card. So it's time for him to stop and to change that. Enough of this twisting reality. Enough of this shadow hold on that has corrupted this justice, and corrupted and kept justice from being fulfilled. Enough. There's some sort of end here that some kibosh he places on that with the Morte card. And I think the Republicans and Trump are trying to tell a story of innocence and indirect collusion. Perhaps indirect collusion, but not a direct collusion. Incompetence, but not a clever strategy, not a conspiracy. I think they're willing to probably cop to that, or to accept that at last resort if they have to. They're trying to tell a story of innocence and indirect collusion, but instead the story they want to tell is one where, Mueller is possibly covert and working with a deep, dark, unjust system that wants to, take down their president. I don't know. This can't possibly be really happening, can it? They definitely think that it's a waste of time, Trump and the Republicans, to re-question Hope Hicks. Now, we're talking about Hope Hicks here. She showed up in the reading below. We got the Republicans. Where'd Hope go? Did she fall? Oh, there she is. Republicans. I want to say Trump Jr., Ivanka, Jared, Hope Hicks, and the Russians. And the setup, right? I think maybe the Dems want more information about all this. And Trump and the Republicans don't see any point in this re-questioning. I don't think they will give approval. I think they will seek to block it. The Dems want her to provide more information and to clarify what was lost or unclear here with the lost money card. I just feel like on the subject of collusion and his kids and Hope Hicks, that Trump is really going to try to block any further clarity, and it's going to be clear and open obstruction, again, right before our very eyes, enforced by a shadow hand. Okay? So Barr does it, but Trump's behind it. And whoever's behind Trump, There is someone saying, okay, and it could be shared energy, that someone is saying that there's a hidden hand forcing my hand. There's a hidden hand forcing me to do this, to not say what I want to say, or to not say anything at all. To forget, or to mislead, or to misdirect. There is someone forcing me to do that. And someone has this energy here, around here, and you guys know who I called out. And there's that pressure to lie, pressure to a manipulative pressure, okay? A dark influence. And it's shared, okay? That's why I'm all over the place. I'm like, who am I thinking about? They all have this energy in some way, shape, or form. Mueller, Hope Hicks, Trump, someone else, the Republicans. Hidden hand was at work, and the Republican or Republicans or Republican may be acting strange in the near future and withdrawing or distancing themselves from the president and or the Republican Party. It's like a prediction. Real quick though, let's look at these clarifiers again. We have the enemy, and this is telling me that I feel Trump will try to prevent further interviews. This will be deliberate obstruction by a male figure who's hidden in the background. There's also some hidden testimony off the record, right? It was given behind closed doors, or maybe it's kept secret. Maybe it's off the record. It's redacted. I don't even know if Trump knows, but he probably knows. But he might not know. There's something that's kept off the record. It's hidden. It's something that even Mueller is just allowing to remain hidden. Some testimony that was given behind closed doors, and I feel that there is blocks, prevention from this information getting out. It's very telling about the collusion part of this story of Mueller's report, but he can't express it. I feel it may involve Hope Hicks or some Capricorn. And I don't know why I want to say Giuliani too, but I do. Bad advice, a bad lawyer. Are blocking this, right? It's bad advice to take this advice, Hope Hicks. It's bad advice. I think I told you this before, a long time ago. And like I said, there's stuff that Mueller is being deceptive to us about, or that he has to keep off the record. There's a shadow hand that prevents and restricts him from sharing with the collective, or even with the Democrats. At least in open questioning, it can't be shared. Hope Hicks card, she is in reverse, right? So this is telling me that she is delayed or prevented from coming back. She's losing confidence, however, and she is scared, fearful. She doesn't want to come back and be re-interviewed, right? Even though she should not be given a second chance to be re-interviewed. They should accept her first testimony and just declare her a perjurer. But this is what white privilege that we all talk about. You know, this is just that white privilege right in front of our very eyes being played out, to give the pretty white girl a second chance to unperjure herself. Okay. Wow. Loss of money reverse tells me that she OPIX and her party are making and have made and are making bad decisions, and it's going to be really, really difficult for them to walk back to correct those decisions, to find themselves or to rewrite what they wrote. It ain't going to be easy, and they're not going to be believed. There's incredible incompetence around them and around her, and she is incompetent in that she is hiding the truth and lying. Because why? They must continue to lie. They must continue to lie to appease him. But maybe off the record, they're not lying. There's some sort of double, I don't want to say flipping, but I guess that's what it is. But it's secret. I don't know what this has to do with Mueller's testimony, but this is coming up in my reading, guys. This card here, some money, reverse, says that credibility is lost. They've lied, and she will be found to have lied, because I think she continues to lie. Hope in these Republicans, the members in his cabinet that are going to be called in the future, they continue to lie. Really? Or are they lying to Trump? Because something is off the record here. It says they can never get back their integrity. They can never get back what they've lost. It's over, finito. It's done. It's dead. And Mueller's testimony somehow brings that about, puts the final nail in the coffin. On their corruption. And there's some sort of the forced hidden hand, and its power is ended or over. And that's what brings his testimony to an end. I don't know what that means. You guys work that out. It's too cryptic for me. So Mueller has this double card here, right? And it's next to off the record, which would be the Seven of Swords. So what are you deceiving us about, Mueller? What are you keeping hidden? What are you being kept from revealing? I clarified this some more with some Sibilla. I'm not saying that what Mueller is being deceptive about is good or bad, but the Seven of Swords and the Devil card are really bad cards. So that's why I'm having such difficulty reading this, because I want to see this in the best possible light. I do feel there is a hand that is very bad, that is controlling him, and perhaps that is what that is referencing. You guys be the judge. The cards are here for you to interpret on your own. You don't have to go with what I say. But these Sibillas here, I'm hoping will help me understand what this means. A secret shadow hand. And there's blackmail here in Doctore. See, the hand is here again. The hand that controls. And it's not upright. It's a deceptive, covert, hidden hand. It's reversed. That's clarifying this Devil card and the Seven of Swords, or the off the record card. So there's blackmail. Now this could also be someone who has this problem, who has been blackmailed, and off the record may have put testimony on some black books here, on some secret recordings. What? Off the record, I think Cohen has some secret recordings that will definitely condemn anyone whose further testimony, if they reconfirm what they said before, there's some off-the-record documentation or something like that that's going to condemn their words or condemn their testimony. So they will be found to be liars if they continue with their story. Feeling very tired, like I want to stop. I only have a little bit ways to go, but for some reason it's like pulling teeth to pull it out of me. Because I don't want to apply blackmail to Mueller. You know, that's what I'm fighting with. I'm conflicted with if am I interpreting this correctly, or am I being, you know. Okay, so Dottore reverse, Bambino, and Falsita were at the bottom of the deck. I just pulled one card, but at the bottom was Bambino and Falsita. So, like I said, there is a directing hand here, a deceptive one. And also this card can mean blackmail. It can mean that someone switches sides, which was referred to up here. Later, someone switches sides. And there's information gained through secret or hidden intel, testimony, recordings that will condemn the president and his boy, or Hope, or Kushner, or Ivanka, any of them. I don't know who. Or someone in his cabinet, someone in his post, probably Barr. No, not Barr. I mean, but on a different level. Dottore warns that this is a red flag. This would be like the King of Wands reversed. You never mess with the King of Wands reversed. He gives you bad advice. You will not get success. You will fail. And you're being played and conned. So, red flag, red flag. Warning. Whoever you're dealing with, they're not who they seem to be. But this is, again, clarifying this devil card. And the Seven of Swords, which represents Mueller. Not who he seems to be. And we're disappointed and upset. And I don't know where the hell this is going. Again, it could be referring to that secret hand that's controlling upon Mueller. And that could be referring to Barr. Who is very bigoted and prejudiced. By the way, he shares the same character as Trump and Putin do. And he uses a lot of that whole, that patter that he uses, that paternal patter. That's a hypnotic tactic, by the way. Slimy guy. I'm also getting a pence and a gram feel here. Someone appears righteous, but they're prey to vices with young boys. Or flamboyant boys. And there's secret recordings. Pence or gram, or both. And I just got that message. And they're being blackmailed. That's why they lick his ass. Someone has given some secret testimony. Or maybe there's a hidden indictment or something that we don't know about that Mueller can't discuss. Oh my God, I don't know. That's the best I can do with it, guys. I don't want to see Mueller as dirty. I can't go there. There has to be a reason for this. It has to be one of the reasons that I've given you. Can I finish this, please? There's the energy of a liar, a con, someone who's untrustworthy, someone who's might as well be the equivalent of an organized crime boss. That might be the summation of Mueller's report. The end. Drop the mic. Or if Mueller's performance might show us that this is the end. Guys, let me just hurry up and just finish, okay? Let me get out of this. Let me get out of this energy. All right? King of Cups, or Knight of Cups, and the Journey. Come on. You see my dirty desk? Alright. Knight of Cups and the Journey. This is the Democrat side, and this card clarifies this Knight of Cups. So the Dems will be asking leading questions and letting Mueller answer, at which Mueller will do in a very dogmatic, sort of devilishly follow my report type of way, but they will politely listen, working together with one another, I think, like a train system, to expand and expound upon each other's questionings until the journey is complete, until the answer is clear, because the clock is ticking. There may not be enough time to suffice a question in one line of questioning. They may have to train it, and I hope that they do come forth in that manner when they question him. I feel it is said that they will do so in these cards. Let's hope. That's how I'm interpreting it. They will journey us, or walk him through the report and answer 2 questions that they want to confirm that we are definitely under the power of a con, of someone who doesn't deserve the position that they're in, a charlatan, and someone who, in fact, is probably illegitimate, and the election was hacked. The election was twisted to be, and he wasn't legitimate in the first place. I mean, I think that's really where they want to take the collective into, that understanding with their questioning and through his reread of the report. Joni tells me that new doors will be open and explored, and that's what they want. They want to promote that interest in them opening new doors and exploring what's in them. Their question is designed to be eye-opening to the listener, to the collective, and also will explain why in the very near future, Oversight Committee will be calling in members of Trump's cabinet for testimony or retestimony. That is a future prediction. So I would say that at the conclusion of Mueller's testimony, Congress is going to make a move or journey to start impeachment hearings. There may be a vote, because 7 of Pentacles at the beginning of the reading always talks about a vote being taken. And there's a strong cry, right? Especially from women, angry women. Y'all know when an angry woman shows up, she's mad, huh? And you can't appease her. And I feel there's a strong cry to impeach after Mueller's testimony comes to a conclusion. Muerte. End this. Enough. Right? And when I clarified this magician reversed, and they're going to bring Ivanka and Jared up very soon before the committee. And I just heard the word terrified. Maybe Trump is terrified of that, or they're terrified of that. But, or was I? I'm sorry, that threw me off. Magician reverse represents, and the fright reversed. I'm just going to bend my camera back. Hold on, so I can, hold these cards up. This represents the collective as we finish this journey, as he ends his testimony, and like I said, my eyes go to that angry woman, and there's a cry for impeachment. The Love Mafia card clarifies the Magician reverse. I got sit down. And that means it's time for a discussion. That's what's called for. Sit down is called for, but it's an angry cry for a sit down, a discussion, a hearing, a trial, commencement. Bring them in, and let's sit down with them. And the call gets stronger and louder. She cannot be appeased. It gets greater and greater. But Nancy is still frozen. Nancy puts it on ice. Nancy still doesn't do it. She's afraid. She doesn't want any chance of him getting reelected again. Fight tells me that she's determined to put the kibosh on that right now, but it also tells me that it's just a postponement. It will happen. She's just not doing it yet. Are you crazy, Nancy? So that's the reading, guys. I can't do any more. I'm exhausted. I think you can hear it in my voice. And I don't even know if I said anything worthy that you didn't already know, but I hope that it brought some of you guys clarity and insight. If you enjoy my readings and you want to, show your appreciation for all the work that I put into it, please make sure to share your support. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, share my videos. You can contribute to the channel. There's a donate button on the home page, or you can be a monthly contributor and become a Patreon subscriber. I really appreciate everyone. Thank you, and God bless. Oh, and I'm going to be doing some free videos that I really feel led to share, that I think are going to help a lot of people. And one is going to be financial, and or no, I don't know if it's going to be financial yet or problem solving. Maybe I'll do both. But I've been getting downloads to share these videos with you guys, and so maybe not all of them will be public. Maybe some of them will only be on my Patreon. So make sure to become a Patreon subscriber so you can make sure to take advantage of any of these videos that are going to be coming out, because I know they're going to be powerful. And then another one is going to be, and this for sure will be on YouTube for everyone to benefit from, is going to be an introduction into what I do, which is guided imagery hypnosis. And this particular guided imagery hypnosis is going to help alleviate whatever is stressing you out. And I know that a lot of you guys are stressed out by this whole Trump crazy land that we're living in. So stay tuned. That's going to be one of those, is definitely going to be coming out this week. Most likely the stress, that let go of stress one. And so just know that that's coming, and I hope that you'll take advantage of what I'm offering. Alright, guys. God bless. Talk to you soon. Bye.